A very good morning. This is Friday, the 27th of January 2017. My name is Luc van der Meer, and I'm from the NIBUD. Last month, I had an interview with the editor of the student magazine European Students, and that is why I do this press interview to summarize the results of the new NIBUD research. I set up a few questions. What will make you the research more clear, and what the research included. First question is what is the NIBUD for an organization, and what does it include? The NIBUD is a financial information organization which provide information for private households. It's a really respected and non-profit organization, and it handles independently in the Netherlands. The key, what we try to make clear in this research is to convince parents that they should ask a financial contribution to their children, to show and to teach them how to manage their own money. That is a big problem we saw in the results of our research, and we will handle that in the next few questions. The first one is it appropriate that a semi-governmental organization interfere with the spending habits of young people? We think it is, because the NIBUD is a non-profit organization. It doesn't ask any money for information or any service. The NIBUD got also a lot of experience with previous researchers and the young audience they did the researches on, and the NIBUD could use the already the communication benefits from the government itself to use and communicate to their audience. What was the reason for this research? A lot of students in the past took a loan to become financially independent. They didn't learn how to manage that money and that amount of money, and they want to keep the same lifestyle they had when they lived with their parents. That's quite difficult because their parents has obviously a higher income, and that is hard to manage. How the research was set up. We started with a quantitative research, and the answers to get answers on our research questions. The research was based on an explanatory quantitative research with a structured questionnaire. In this way, we were able to reach the desired audience and see if we could find some relevant links in the result. From the collected data, we have put in the SPSS tables. It's a new software that we use, and we used on every result the chi-square test to search for any links between the results. Next question. Why NIBUD makes use of students? In previous researches in 2016, our results showed that children whose parents didn't teach them how to manage money will get in trouble when they are adults. So that is a really big problem. If they don't get any lessons from their parents or us or the government how to manage their money, they will likely get in trouble when they are adults. Next question is, what were the results on the investigation, and what were the conclusion we could draw on it? It is very determinative on some statuses of the parents. Like if the parents are single, they ask faster for a contribution, a financial contribution. And like if they have a very low education, they also ask faster for a financial contribution. Also, the financial status of the parents are involving in the results and bring some very interesting conclusions. Next question. How is the NIBUD able to use communication? If the NIBUD used communication, how would it solve the problem? Now, giving the parents the insight of the consequences when their children do or don't use the financial contribution in their household, they won't learn any lesson or they won't be able to manage their money. So it's very important that we communicate to the parents that they should use a financial contribution, and we have to convince them. That is the most important thing for the NIBUD right now. Next question. On what money does the NIBUD spend her money on, and does there come a research of a facility to visit and assist the audience? The NIBUD spends her money very well on the best possible researches and in a lot of campaigns to the audience differences on the subject. Also, we see that there is a need for personal advice, face-to-face advice, and so we have some plans to make a facility in our capital, in Amsterdam, that the audience is able to come to us and ask for a personal service or for some personal information. First, we want to do some research if this is really necessary, because it is a very big investment. But if it is, if the results tell us that it is necessary, we are willing to do that investment to support our audience. This were all the questions. I hope I made it very clear what this research was all about. And for further questions, you can always contact me on my number down below. Thank you very much for listening, and this was the message and the press interview. Thank you very much. This was Luc van der Meer.